Vossy and Matt Russell. Brandy rarely gets a crack, and he's pretty disappointed. He does it at home. He plays along at home. Grays.com, Australia's leading online auction marketplace. If you haven't checked out Grays.com before, you should do it. You will see all sorts of things and thought, geez, that guy's a good price. It's Grays.com.
You got to sell me. You got to sell me your argument.
Oh, I'm a broken record.
Who are you putting in the gun?
Well, I put him in last week in
Sell
a
your
dual
case.
effort. If you remember last week, I put in the two teams.
Yes.
Had Brisbane and Cronulla, but I have to put Cronulla back in there today on their own. On their own.
You're a Fitzy hater.
Look, let's just do a recap. Let's just do a recap on their last month that has led to the honesty session. They conceded 34 against the Broncos last week and lost. 34 points.
Poor.
The game against the Dragons that they won, they trailed 18-6 at half-time. They've had a big second half, 30 points they've got there. Against the Warriors, they lost 40 points to 10 at home. 40 points to 10. And against the Roosters side, without their origin players, the Roosters put 42 on them, won 42-16. So 42 against the Roosters, 40 against the Warriors, 18 first half against the Dragons, 34 against the Broncos. This is a team in trouble, Cronulla. Wally the Statsman's already told us they could drop out of the 8 if they lose, but they've put themselves, I reckon, under even more pressure with the revelation of the honesty session. Now, it's not their fault that it's made it in the papers, but probably best it didn't. You know what I mean? Like, what is the next resort? Where do you go to? They play Melbourne on Sunday.
In Melbourne.
They play Melbourne in Melbourne. Now, Melbourne is capable of torching a team that's not quite there. So I'm saying if Cronulla aren't quite there, Melbourne put 30, again, it'll be 30 plus on them. And then what do? I'm saying the honesty session has put more, the revelation
has put them in the gun.
Has put them in the gun. Response needed, Cronulla, and it needs to be big.
Sold.
They're in the gun. They've put themselves in the gun.
I'm buying that.
They have put themselves in the gun, Cronulla.
So they've lost 4 straight games.
No, they've won one of the 4. They beat the Dragons.
Yes, of course. They've come back. Sorry. Yes. And then they go into a bye. So if they stink it up against Melbourne,
stink it up.
Then go into the bye.
Yeah. Stink it up.
That's going to be a long fortnight, isn't it, after the honesty session? So they're certainly in the gun.
Are kids using that expression, stinking up the joint? Like
I'm sure they probably are.
We use it probably daily.
I forgot they came from behind to beat the Dragons in the second half. Yeah,
it was.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good in the gun. I'll change codes. I'll go to the Swans. As I was driving in, I saw the overhead warning on the roads, Eventmore Park, Swans tonight at home, playing the Western Bulldogs. Last week, Joel Amati, gifted goal kicker, but none of 9 shooting. Let's put it in basketball parlance. He finished with 6 behinds. 1 kick finished short, 2 out in the full. So he was none of 9. I was going to put Joel in the gun, but he's out with hamstring tightness. Maybe that's his excuse.
I'll just do a little one for Joel.
But so the Swans, since being given a hiding by Adelaide, beaten by 90 points, they've come back to beat Richmond. They've come back to beat Port Adelaide, despite Joel Amati's wayward kicking. They've won 2 in a row. They play the Western Bulldogs, who are in 8th. The Swans are in 12th. This is a big game.
Yes.
Go 3 in a row against a top 8 team. State your intentions clearly for the back half of the season. And here's the kicker. The last time the Western Bulldogs came to Sydney, they pants the Swans 87-48.
So the Swans stunk up the joint.
They need to have revenge.
They
need to go 3 in a row.
Bang.
And they
Swans,
need to say...
They put themselves in the gun as well.
Yeah.
We aren't doing it. They're doing it to themselves. Swans are in the gun where they've found themselves at this point of the season. They can be 4 behind Western Bulldogs, or they can be...
And Vossy... It's on the SEN app from 6 p.m.